As the Adric Star Channel continues its look at the classic BBC series Blake 7, we will be taking a look at the comparisons between Blake 7 and classic Star Trek. Star Trek was a classic American science fiction TV series that ran from 1966 to 1969. It was the brainchild of author Gene Roddenberry. Set in the 23rd century, Star Trek dealt with the future of mankind exploring outer space and interacting with alien races. The Federation of Star Trek was created to maintain peace and order as humanity interact with alien races throughout the universe. However, in the world of Blake 7, set in the 26th century, the Federation is a domineering fascist dictatorship hell-bent on taking over the universe. In this video, I will attempt to answer the age-old question of, is Blake 7 an entirely original creation of Terry Nation, or is it just a blatant ripoff of Star Trek? Despite some initial similarities between the two series on the surface, Blake 7 and Star Trek are actually two very different series. Perhaps the most noticeable difference between the two series is Star Trek envisions a positive view of the future, whereas Blake 7 is negative and portrays the Federation as a domineering stronghold on all life. On classic Star Trek, as with its subsequent series, the Enterprise and ships similar to it feature a teleport area where crew members can be teleported down to the surface of an alien planet. On Blake 7, the alien spacecraft that Raj Blake acquires, which becomes known as the Liberator, also possesses the ability to teleport people down to the surface of alien planets. Yet because he has a limited crew, unlike aboard the USS Enterprise, there always needs to be at least one person manning the teleport controls at a booth in front of the teleport chamber. And if it's Villa, he may fall asleep. These minor similarities between the two series may seem substantial in trying to make an argument that Blake 7 is a ripoff of Star Trek. And yet, when we dive deeper, we become aware of a particular episode in classic Star Trek called Mirror Mirror, in which certain members of the Enterprise, including Captain Kirk, are transported to an alternative universe where they become under the control of a fascist dictatorship known as the Terran Empire. Interestingly, on Blake 7, the fascist federation is often referred to as the Terran Federation. Just a coincidence? It becomes obvious to viewers of both series that Terry Nation was definitely inspired by Gene Roddenberry's classic Star Trek. Yet, Nation had a talent for taking other people's ideas and making them his own. He was, and I mean this as a compliment, a master plagiarist. Sometimes he would even plagiarize his own work. According to the internet, there appears to be no recorded record of Gene Roddenberry ever seeing Blake 7 or even knowing of it. And yet, William Shatner, pictured here, the Canadian actor, did meet Gareth Thomas, the actor who played Rog Blake, at a sci fi convention in the late 1970s. So it seems surprising that Shatner would not have mentioned Blake 7 at some point during the production of the Star Trek movies of the 1980s. In concluding, one must decide for him or herself if Blake 7 does copy from Star Trek or is it its own original entity. But as one begins to watch Blake 7, the viewer realizes that this is a genuinely original series and well worth watching. There's no need to try to compare it to Star Trek, and yet, if one enjoys Star Trek, you may also enjoy Blake 7 just as much.